This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Good evening. A manhunt is underway right now in Lackawanna County for 2 bank robbers.
Police say the suspects are considered armed and dangerous. Newswatch 16's Joe Ducey is live right now in Mount Cobb. Joe, what's going on?
Well, Karen, right now the FBI, state police, and local police are all searching throughout this area, trying to find the 2 men they believe robbed this bank, the First National Bank of Lake Ariel in Mount Cobb earlier. Now, police believe that the men are armed with guns and therefore dangerous. The incident happened around 2:30. State police helicopters were up searching this wooded area shortly after. Now, FBI officials say the 2 men entered the bank with guns. 1 customer and several employees were there at the time. They say no shots were fired, no one was injured. However, they gave little other information and wouldn't say how much was taken from the bank. Now, about 15 minutes later, police discovered a car that was engulfed in flames. This car right here, about 3 miles from the bank. Right now, they're trying to determine if the car was used by the pair. Witnesses told the police that the pair left the bank heading east in a dark-colored car. Police released little information about the 2 other than to say that they were 2 white males, young males, one about 6 foot tall, other one fairly shorter. I know that that's sketchy information. They hope to have a full composite later on tonight. Again, 2 men believed to be armed and dangerous somewhere, possibly loose in the Mount Cobb area, possibly who robbed this bank, the First National Bank of Lake Ariel. If you have any information about the men or about the car that was found on Lake Spangenberg Road, you're urged to call the FBI in Scranton or State Police in Dunmore. We'll have more on the story tonight on The Update. Joe Ducey, Newswatch 16, live in Mount Cobb. Karen, Nolan.
Thank you, Joe.
When Newswatch 16 continues, some people who make the holidays bright are themselves facing a gloomy Christmas.
Plus, Action 16 will tell us how the popular breakfast cereals stack up on the nutrition chart.
When the sun comes up on Sunday, the prices of AT&T telephones at Ames go down. The price of this new AT&T Trimline telephone for your table or wall goes down to just $49.99. You save $10. And this AT&T Cordless 4000 goes down to just $89.99. You save $30. But hurry, because when the sun goes down on Saturday, the AT&T phone sale at Ames is over.
An agency that helps needy families in Lackawanna County needs help of its own. As Newswatch 16's Valerie Devine reports, for the first time in 36 years, the Christmas Holiday Bureau may not have enough money for all of those who need it.
A gift from the West Grade Intermediate School to the Christmas Holiday Bureau.
It's becoming an unusual sight for members of the Christmas Holiday Bureau, receiving a large cash donation, in this case $600 from the West Side Intermediate School in Scranton. Holiday Bureau volunteers say they've never had a problem getting cash donations, but this year they're only about halfway to their goal of $75,000.
If we don't meet our goal, Valerie, then there are people who've applied for help. We've already told them that they will be receiving a check for X amount of dollars, and we unfortunately will have to notify them that they won't receive the help because we didn't get the contributions that we anticipated.
Arlene Hopkins says it's possible with so many agencies asking for the public's donations these days, the Christmas Holiday Bureau may be getting lost in the shuffle. Families like the Battenbergs in Scranton can't afford to see that happen. This is the 3rd Christmas that they're depending on the Holiday Bureau for help.
It gives me the chance to give my children the things that they want, where I couldn't nearly afford to do it.
The Battenbergs won't know for sure if they're going to receive help until Christmas. Their check, like many other families, is lying here in a pile at the Christmas Holiday Bureau, just waiting to see if the funding's going to come in. The neediest families will get the help first. If you'd like to help, you can send your contributions to 225 North Washington Avenue in Scranton. The zip code is 18503. The Christmas Holiday Bureau needs more than $30,000 before Christmas. Valerie Devine, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
A fire in a 6-story King's College building last night was apparently accidental. Wilkes-Barre fire investigators today point to a machine in a photo lab in the basement of Hayfie Marion Hall as the probable cause. The blaze was discovered by a security guard. Flames were confined, however, to the lab, which had heavy damage, and smoke went throughout the building. 4 Wilkes-Barre firemen were treated for smoke inhalation. Are you one of the many people who starts your day, your breakfast day that is, by pouring a ready-to-eat breakfast cereal? Well, Action 16's Jerry Gartenberg says some current TV commercials claim certain cereals are tops in nutrition.
Jerry's in his office now. How do those cereals stack up?
Well, Karen, the people at Consumer Reports magazine rated more than 100 cold cereals to find out how they stack up and what's in them for you and me. Now, you may be concerned about the sodium or fat or fiber in your brand of breakfast cereal, but surveys show when it comes to cold cereals, most people pick them cold.
I just picked them two, that's all.
Just based on what?
I like them, that's all. I never look for anything else.
The breakfast cereals we pick because they taste best aren't always the best for us. Of the 10 most popular ready-to-eat cereals, only one, Nabisco's Shredded Wheat, got a top nutrition rating from Consumer Reports. The magazine gave high marks to that cereal and others that are high in fiber and protein and low in fat, sodium, and sugar. The ratings are based on government guidelines for healthy eating. The healthiest cereal to put in your breakfast bowl, says Consumer Reports, is Quaker Puffed Wheat, followed by Nabisco Shredded Wheat and Bran, Nabisco Shredded Wheat spoon size, Nabisco Shredded Wheat, Sunshine Shredded Wheat, U.S. Mills Uncle Sam, Kellogg's All-Bran with extra fiber, Quaker Puffed Rice, and General Mills Fiber One. Regularly eat any of these cereals and
you'll be at least working towards what we feel are some steps towards colon cancer, some of the gastrointestinal diseases, cardiovascular disease.
the cereals stacking up on the bottom of the nutrition scale, says Consumer Reports, is Quaker Oats Honey Graham O's. Close behind are Quaker's Captain Crunch Peanut Butter Crunch, General Mills' S'mores Crunch, Quaker Oats Captain Crunch, Purina's G.I. Joe, General Mills Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Captain Crunch's Crunch Berries. Nutritionists say these high-sugar cereals heavily promoted to children deprive us of nutrients important to good health.
Just because you're a healthy individual right now doesn't mean down the road that you won't feel the effects of everything you put into your body now.
Now, one more thing. You may find generic versions of some of the rated cereals that I mentioned, and Consumer Reports says that they're usually 25% cheaper and just as nutritious. Now, Karen and Nolan, I know that both of you are good consumers, so the next time you sit down to a breakfast that includes cold cereal, I'm sure you're going to check out the nutrition labeling to make sure you're eating healthy, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I promised you.
Okay, just checking.
Thank you.
Thanks. The Weather Watch is next with our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark.
Yeah, it was a bitter, cold weekend. I don't want any more of that for a while.
5 at my place.
Wow.
That is good news for most of us from the backyard tonight. And we'll talk about the weather ahead for the week and an unusual sight in the night sky. You're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV. We're proud to serve Newfoundland and all of Wayne County.
Oh, boy! This is really terrific exercise!
Not all things that are good for you are hard on you.
Here we go!
Look at V8. 2 glasses of V8 vegetable juice contain 90% of the vitamins A and C you need a day. And it tastes terrific.
Just a little more high!
Why don't you just have a V8, George?
Sure. Could you bring it upstairs?
V8. Things don't have to be hard on you to be good for you.
Here at the Train Shop and Hobby Center, we have a complete line of new and original Lionel sets and accessories. You'll find a complete line of HO and N gauge, Markling, HO and Z gauge, and LGB trains at discount prices. RC cars, boats and planes, war games, models, and hobby accessories. At the Train Shop, you'll see the largest operating Lionel train layout in the Wyoming Valley. We do expert repairs on all Lionel trains, and we buy old Lionel trains and accessories. At the Train Shop.
Well, let's get the word on the week ahead from meteorologist Tom Clark. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Karen. Looks good, folks, weather-wise the next few days. The storm track has shifted northward up into Canada, so most of us won't have to be shoveling snow over the next few days, and that's good for the holiday drivers and shoppers and whatever. Good, cold enough, though, for making snow at night at the ski resorts. We have clear skies overhead now. Let's begin in Luzerne County, where I'm now standing, but let's go over to Mountaintop and check in with Noreen Clark. She would like you to know it's 29 at her place now under clear skies. Vicki Ralph in Orwell, that's up in Bradford County, 32 there, but cloudy in the northern counties tonight. And Jimmy Gallagher in Pottsville checks in with a 32-degree reading, and the moon is shining brightly in the east down there at this hour. And tonight's holiday house is also shining brightly. That's a nice display of Christmas lights there, and it's courtesy of Bill and Anne-Marie Cawley. And their display can be found along Park Street in Taylor. Under mostly clear skies, 35 out back, 59% humidity. The wind southwest at 6, but the barometer is rising from 30.27. 42 and 22 the range here today. 5 above at my place Saturday morning. 60 the record high for the date, set back in 1971, and 2 above. The record low still stands. That was Sunday morning when I had 5 above in Mountaintop. 27 the high 1 year ago. Now, all this week there is a conjunction of 2 planets visible over Pennsylvania. Now, in this case, the planets Jupiter and Mars appear in the same line of sight. Jupiter is about 340 million miles farther away than Mars, and so in the next few days, from our point of view here on Earth, Mars will appear to overtake Jupiter as its orbit goes in this direction, and by Saturday it will be to the left of Jupiter. And I can look up there tonight and see Jupiter and Mars in this configuration now, but by Friday night, Mars just a half a degree to the top of Jupiter. Kind of a rare sight of this conjunction, so you might want to check that out. And the weather should be favorable for viewing the next few nights. 81 and 21, the extremes in temperature this afternoon across the country. This rain down to the south will stay there because steering winds are coming in from the west, and that will afford us a storm-free week. Most of it, that is. A few clouds overnight tonight, otherwise clear, and some bright moonlight. The full moon tonight, 28 in Stevensville, Newfoundland 26, 29 in hometown in Montoursville, not as cold as recent nights, and the wind out of the southwest, 10 or less. Sunrise time for tomorrow morning is at 7:23, and the sun sets early now, 4:36. Partly cloudy overnight, a little bit of fog. Partly cloudy tomorrow and Wednesday, upper 30s to near 40. Thursday and Friday look nice and sunny with temperatures, right about normal or slightly above. So we're in pretty good shape this week.
Normal, that's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
Tom.
Tim Carlson is next with the Sports Watch and the latest in the arrest of Mets pitcher Dwight Gooden.
Plus the season's first Super 16 high school basketball rankings.
Polo season doesn't just come once a year, not when your appearance is so important. At Casual Man, your appearance is just as important to us as it is to you, which is why we carry fine clothing for men and boys from Ralph Lauren's Polo collection. Polo stands for something more than fashion. It stands for character. At Casual Man, you'll find clothes that will suit your character, whatever it may be. Polo is always in season at Casual Man, United Penn Plaza, Kingston.
Here's Joe Amato, top fuel champion and president of A&A Auto Parts Store.
Driving my top fuel dragster at speeds up to 270 miles per hour, I lay my life on the line. I need the best name brand parts available, so I rely on A&A Auto Parts stores for the highest quality parts at the lowest prices.
It's Xerox antifreeze time. Save $1.75 per gallon. After rebate, $2.49 per gallon.
A&A Auto Parts. If I can rely on them, so can you.
Visit the A&A Auto Parts store near you.
Well, if you have any doubt that high school basketball season is here, Tim Carlson is here to tell us differently.
Absolutely, and it's here for good, believe me, at least till March anyway. Time to start another weekly ritual here on the Sports Watch as we begin the high school basketball Super 16 rankings. Every Monday from now until the end of the hoop season, Sports Watch 16 will rank the 16 top teams in the viewing area. With the regular season just about ready to begin, we thought it was about time to tell you which teams we think will be the big winners. So here we go. At number 16, the Scranton Prep Cavaliers from the Lackawanna League South. At number 15, Northeast Bradford Panthers. The Loyal Sock Lancers at number 14. At 13, the Bishop Hoban Argents. In the 12th spot, the Lehighton Indians. At number 11, the Mahanoy Area Golden Bears. At number 10, the Hazleton Mountaineers. In the 9th spot, the Allentown Deer of Huskies. At number 8, the Shamokin Indians. At number 7, the Central Columbia Blue Jays. In the 6th spot, the Nanticoke Area Trojans. Allentown Central Catholic Vikings at number 5. Number 4, the West Hazleton Wildcats. At number 3, the Danville Ironmen. At number 2, the GAR Grenadiers. And our preseason number 1 in high school basketball, the Williamsport Millionaires. We'll have to see how they do. All right, while we're on the subject of rankings, the latest college top 20 poll from the Associated Press out this morning. Number 1 is Nevada, Las Vegas. They are 6-0. At number 2 is Purdue. In the 3rd spot is Iowa. At number 4, North Carolina. Illinois at number 5. Auburn in the 6th spot. Number 7, Oklahoma. Number 8 is Indiana. They fall all the way from 2nd, by the way. Number 9 is Syracuse, up from 12th to crack the top 10. And also in the 10th spot, Georgetown. They are 5-0, up from 13th. The rest of the 10 or 20 or whatever, Navy, NC State, Kansas, Pitt at number 14, St. John's, Georgia Tech, UCLA, Kentucky, DePaul, and there's Temple at number 20. It's always a pleasure to tell you about another area athlete who's come up with a great accomplishment. Well, to tell you the truth, the athlete I'm about to tell you about isn't playing the sport in Pennsylvania anymore, but he's been recognized for what he did while he was in the state. Former Susquehanna University basketball star Don Harnum today presented the 1986 Kelly Award, the state's highest athletic honor, by Governor Dick Thornburg. Harnum played a key role in leading Susquehanna to a gold medal in the Keystone State Games, scoring 38 points in the championship game. Kelly Cup given each year to recognize an outstanding performance in the Keystone Games. Harnum is currently a high school teacher in New Jersey, also led Susquehanna University's basketball team into the NCAA Division III playoffs. He was the 86 Middle Atlantic Conference MVP and named to the NCAA Division III Academic All-American First Team. Our congrats to Don on another fine award. A month and a half after their World Series win, the New York Mets continue to make headlines, although I don't think they're real happy about the latest banner concerning pitcher Dwight Gooden. Dr. K arrested Saturday night during a brawl with Tampa, Florida police. He was charged along with 3 companions with battery on a police officer, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. The scuffle left Gooden with a swollen right eye and cuts and a sore left hand. Police say 3 officers were injured. Gooden and his friends released on their own recognizance after being charged. The event took place after Gooden stopped by Tampa police, driving, as they say, in an unsafe manner. It was then the fight with the cops allegedly broke out.
To the driver's side, he opened the door, and what appeared to be as if he was asking for license or something. And as the young man was reaching, he was grabbed by the policeman. And another one came around and grabbed him also.
It has to be clear there's a difference in unnecessary force and the amount of force necessary to effect the arrest. And there was a lot of force necessary to effect the arrest.
No comment from Gooden on that yet. Monday Night Football tonight. We'll see you later.
Okay. Thanks, Tim.
And next, it's raining cards and letters.
We'll show you the flood of holiday greetings next as Newswatch 16 continues.
Can the Spectacle Sisters break a glass with just their voices? Let's see.
When you bite into a Fifth Avenue candy bar, you get bunches of crunches. Delicious Fifth Avenue has a thick, crunchy peanut butter center covered with real milk chocolate. So you get bunches of crunches.
Thanks, Ronald.
Bunches of people love our bunches of crunches. Fifth Avenue.
Look for the SureSave stamp of approval, and you'll find great weekly specials like these.
Tropicana Premium Pack Orange Juice, half gallon, $1.79. Pepsi-Cola 2-liter bottle, 99 cents. California Sun-Kissed Navel Oranges, 8 for $1. And semi-boneless or skinless and shankless Hatfield whole hams, $1.59 a pound.
When you want the very best, look for SureSave.
Look for the SureSave stamp of approval at a locally owned supermarket near you.
Finally, today is usually the busiest day of the year for the post office. As Newswatch 16's Marisa Burke reports from Scranton, if you haven't mailed your holiday greetings yet, time is running out.
If you went to your post office today, more than likely you found it busier than usual. The post office says most of us mail our Christmas cards about 10 days before the holiday.
Are you mailing earlier or later this year?
I think I'm mailing about the same time as I usually do. I usually mail the middle of the month.
But not too early.
Not too early. No, I don't like them to get the cards too early.
By tomorrow morning, the main post office here in Scranton will have sorted over 1.3 million pieces of holiday mail.
There's a lot of green and yellow and blue and red, a lot of cards. It's either a lot of people's birthdays or, no, it's Christmas. It's Christmas.
And Christmas falls on a Thursday this year, and because of that, people are more likely to mail closer to the holiday, like later this week and into next week.
Most people stay home Friday and mail over the weekend. Monday will be a big day for your Sunday delivery, Monday and Tuesday.
But the post office urges you the earlier the better. They say if you're sending out cards in Pennsylvania, the deadline is December 23rd. Out of state, no later than the 22nd.
And that's Newswatch 16 for a Monday.
Enjoy your evening.